so I'm Adam Williams, and this is my shop, Birmingham Oddities. We've been here about 5 years now. The store is a personal hobby of mine. We've come up with some unusual things to host here in the store. I'm going to walk you through in a second, let you see some of the things inside. Hopefully a lot of you guys have already been here before. But we're only open on Saturdays. We're here from 10 to 4. We're working on making some more available hours in the meantime. But today we're open, so let's go inside and check things out. Birmingham Oddities is a creation of mine. Some years ago, I've been an oddities collector for quite some time, and I had a large collection of myself, and I basically said I need to share this with the community. So early on, this was really just meant to be like a gallery. I was just going to show people the things that I had, maybe offer up a few things for sale. But we opened up, and very quickly we kind of got a lot of attention. AL.com did an article on us just a few weeks after we opened. And when the article was released online, it was shared so much that it became the highest shared article they'd ever done. It was something like 15,000 shares in that regard. And so that got us a lot of attention, and people started beating the doors down. So very quickly I started trying to get some more things, and as you can see, it's kind of a hodgepodge. We've got anything from old taxidermy to just animal skulls. We've got wet specimens in jars. We've got antique Ouija boards. There's human skeletons in here. The skeleton right here, for example, is a early kind of model of a medical skeleton. This is probably about 1870s range. So technically Victorian. It's all brass hardware. These were people who donated their bodies to science and were used in the local schools just to kind of educate folks and whatnot. But the list goes on. I mean, we've got little baby skull candles. We've got baby doll parts. I'm a big fan of a group called the Odd Fellows, which was a fraternal organization, very popular in Alabama. So we have a lot of their ephemera. The Odd Fellows, for instance, was a group that was a lot like the Shriners or the Masons. They were kind of a civil group. They worked closely with a lot of like Civitan organizations. They would feed the poor. They would rebuild Miss Johnson's deck after the fire burnt it down. And they just raised money to help anybody they could. Their organization is still around probably 500,000 strong. I think there's one lodge left in Alabama up in Jasper, a bunch of old dudes that get together and eat spaghetti, basically. But cool guys. But as you can continue to see, there's another human skeleton. Interestingly, the skeleton over here is also from the Oddfellows organization. The Oddfellows had an initiation that included emphasizing the fact that we will die one day. And in the initiation, you are going to be faced with death. They would put blinders on you, and they would bring in one of these skeletons, and they would put it face to face, and when they took the blinders off, of course you'd be scared seeing the skeleton, but in that ritual they'd be describing the fact that you're going to die one day, so life is about living. So in the context of having that skeleton there, it was really great. It helped teach people that we need to do good things while we're still around. We also host a lot of art in the store. There's a lot of great artists. What you're seeing here is some butterflies that have been framed, a little resin skeleton that's been decorated. There's a two-headed rat that's been modified on there. And we have a lot of artists here. They will paint skulls. They will glue bones together and make mandalas to hang on the wall. We've got a large collection of fossils, including sperm whale teeth, hyrax, megalodon teeth, all sorts of skulls. You're looking at a hippopotamus here. We have got quite the array of unusual things. I think the stories that surround most of the items that you're going to see in the store are probably some of the more interesting things than items themselves. If you ever take the time to come over and see it, you could probably spend days listening to each story that goes with everything. Of course, some whimsical things. Human skeleton with some antlers on its head.
Quick question. Is everything in here for sale, or some of it just for display?
I would say 99% of the items in the store are for sale. Some of our display cabinets, there's a coffin that's been turned into a shelf. But everything could be for sale. Bring your money and I'll negotiate. I did for a long time have a lot of personal items in the store, just to show people kind of other types of things that were here. But as long as we've been here now, we've had the opportunity to get such a large collection that I've mostly removed things that are not for sale so that people don't have to deal with the heartache of walking away and not being able to buy it.
So you indicated that there was one other oddity store before you came along?
Yeah, early on in Birmingham, we had some guys that opened up a store and they had really nice high-end items at a really small shop. I think it was over on 20th Street. Of course, the name's going to slip my mind. Oh, heavens.
But they closed before you opened?
They did, yeah. I'm actually very close friends with the people that were involved in the store at the time.
I have seen those dogs.
Yeah, another local artist. She shows at a lot of the local events. We just have the pleasure of hosting some of those things here in the store.
And there's a robot.
Yeah, another crafted piece. This section has a lot of our local art pieces. This guy in particular I'll bring down and let you kind of get a close look to here. All decorated with kind of like a polymer clay I think she uses. So you can see the filigree.
Right behind it.
Yeah, come over here. So this is a great piece done by one of our artists here in town. She uses a polymer clay to make these filigree decorations on these old bottles. Of course you can see the size here, but chain decor, little cherubim that's got some horns on it, pinnacle up top, some jewels that are in there. But we love the local artists to bring in their items and we consign them here in the store. So if you make some unusual fun things, feel free to reach out to us and we'll get your stuff here in the store.
So the stranger the better.
The stranger the better.
And it's not a huge place, but you've got a lot in this small space here.
Yes, sir. We have so much that cramming it's about the only way to display it all. Here in the near future, we're going to be doing some renovations, bringing in some bigger shelves and kind of trying to get it a little bit more organized, but also offer up the opportunity for more people to get in here and see some stuff. Yeah, that's a new artist that just consigned in the last few weeks. He lives in Seal, Alabama, which is down south of Auburn. There's a very famous, really world-famous artist there named Butch Anthony, who has taken Victorian photographs and he will paint whimsically white skeletons as silhouettes over the paintings, and he's become quite famous for that. And so this local guy is a friend of that artist, Butch Anthony. A lot of people ask the legalities regarding selling human remains, and very interestingly, there are no federal laws in this country regarding, yeah, and some places like eBay and Etsy, they've just made a choice not to host those items. I would imagine mostly because it's hard to confirm the origin of them.
Right.
But as far as federal laws are concerned, some states have some unusual laws. Georgia, Tennessee, for instance, have some open-ended laws regarding transporting viable human hearts across state lines. So we're talking about like organ transplants. You have to go through a process to get those certified to leave the state or to enter the state. In that regard, that law is so loose that it kind of also includes things like bones and you know, a heart in a jar, so to say. So those laws unfortunately limit a lot of the sales. But here in Alabama, we do not have any laws regarding those things.
So is most of this on consignment, or do you find things and...
Yeah, good question. I would say a small majority of the items here are on consignment. A lot of the more crafted art style items but a large majority is actually items that are just available from the store. As far as acquiring them, we have a long list of pickers that are out there buying antiques and jewelry and estates, and those guys reach out to me and they say, "Hey Adam, I'm at an estate sale and there's a large lot of antlers. Do you want me to buy the whole lot for you?" And that's what I do. I buy all the lots. So if you guys have anything at home, your great uncle was a doctor and he died and he's got all of his old pharmacy goods in the basement, feel free to reach out to me. That's how we get this stuff.
You've got skeletons and bones and skulls everywhere. And you can get your own Birmingham Oddities t-shirt.
Yeah, so this is our guy. His name is Dead Elvis, and he is our t-shirt. And if you look up here to the left, you can actually see him up on our doorway there. So he's our mascot, if you will. Yeah, so what you guys are looking at here falls into the category of steampunk. This is an artistic representation of a firearm that would say either be in a Victorian era or in some sort of future industrial sci-fi fantasy, but probably looks like a trombone and a trumpet. Got a fire extinguisher from probably the early 1920s in there, old flintlock. Somebody probably hand carved some of the wood pieces to go on there. If you look in the little box that's right under it, what looks like little crystal balls with fuses appear to be the projectiles that go with it, and carved just underneath all of that is a thing that says, "The last gun you will ever need." And I would agree with it. That is definitely the last gun you would ever need.
Even though it's a non-working one.
I made the steampunk concept is a personal favorite of mine. In this case, the taxidermy fish is a pike, so my play here is that it is a steam pike, and of course he's got a mechanism to control him, kind of an old Leonardo da Vinci style piece here with the mechanisms to drive this, and of course he has some sort of laser on top of it that's pretty wild and driven by a skeleton and gauges and whatnot. But this is the type of thing that you might see in the store, just artist representation of some weird things, incorporating both science and weird all at the same time.
So while we're out here, what's your address? 101?
Yeah, so we're at 101 23rd Street North, and that's downtown Birmingham. We're in what's called the Loft District here, so it's a residential area. A lot of the big lofts and things are here. Find a lot of things like sushi restaurants, coffee shops, bars, there's restaurants, everything right here within walking distance. So if you're interested in coming to Birmingham from outside of town, and you got a lot to do down here when you're here, my store, all the little things right here in walking distance. Of course, we have Sloss Furnaces, Railroad Park, 5 Points, the Lakeview District. A lot of fun things to do down here, so you certainly can make a day of it. If you got kids, we've got the McLean Center, the parks, the store. There's a lot of good things to do. So,
And you've got an event. You're participating at the Cahaba Brewery.
Yeah, so I also work with a group of artists here in town, performing artists, visual artists, and we have an organization that puts on events here in the city. One of them is a new one we're trying out, and it's going to happen at Cahaba Brewery. It's I think it's April 11th. We have a Facebook event if you want to look it up. It's called Carnival at Cahaba, but it's a carnival-themed event. So we're going to have traditional carnival games, like a shooting gallery with Nerf guns. We're going to have the throw the football through the hole, the milk knockdown, ring toss. We're going to have a lot of like cotton candy, popcorn, traditional sodas. We're going to have performing artists. We're going to have musicians that are kind of theming their music more carnival style. We're going to have a lot of clowns running around. We're going to have balloon artists. We're going to have stilt walkers. It's a family event, so if you got children, they're welcome to come. Forgive me for not knowing the exact details, but I think it's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon to about 9 or 10 p.m. that night. But it's Saturday, April 11th range. But again, check it out on Facebook. It's the Carnival at Cahaba, and that's Cahaba Brewery in Birmingham.
And you have a website.
I do. It's BirminghamOddities.com. Unfortunately, it is a storefront on the store, but we have shut down online sales. It at least lets you look through and kind of see an inventory of items, but you won't be able to buy anything from the website. To get better details on what we do have in the store, you can visit our Facebook page. That's at Birmingham Oddities on Facebook, or you can type in facebook.com/Birmingham Oddities. We're also on Instagram. We're kind of a little bit more apt to put our new stuff on Instagram, and again, that's at Birmingham Oddities, so you can see a lot of the cool stuff. Also keep up with some of the events that we do. We like to partner with a lot of groups like Avenue Alabama, where we do book signings. We have magicians that come in. We have tarot card readers. We've had food tastings where we've had cow brains and grilled hearts and a lot of weird stuff. So keep in touch with us. Follow us on social media. You'll see a lot of the fun stuff that we have going on.
Fantastic. Your name is Adam.
I'm Adam.
And this is a hobby gone wild.
I would say a hobby going wild for sure. We hope to be here forever, guys, so feel free to come and check us out.
And keep your eyes on support these guys, because there's potential that they could start opening more days a week. Or hours right now, I think you're told.
Saturdays 10 to 4. We would love to try and be open a little bit more. Right now it's kind of easy because we can come here on the weekends. Everybody here works normal day jobs during the week, so we come on the weekends. We try and have a good time. So if we're not open during the week yet, we're going to be limited to Saturdays. But we are working with a local artist co-op that's going to bring in some more art. We're going to try and open up a little bit more during the week. But again, follow us on social media. You'll be able to keep up with some of those details.
Now, when you're not here, there's a young lady in here.
Yeah, Faith runs our store. Faith's been with us for about 2 years. She's a fun girl. She knows a lot about the store. She's got stories for a lot of the things. She'll be glad to help you out with anything. If you have any questions, you need to get in touch with us. We do consignment. She can help you get set up with that. So again, if you have art that you want to bring into the store, if you have unusual pieces that you want to sell, Faith or myself will generally be able to help you with any of that.
All right, and I've got to tell you guys, come in. She's not on the camera, but she is a lot better looking than Adam is.
Of course.
That's personal opinion.
Of course.
Okay. And the motorcycle, is that your wife?